Click in the middle until it's done.
Mission confirmed. That's crazy.
You can find me on DoorDash, and hopefully you get me.
You rubbing that knee is nasty, nigga. That's nasty.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were acknowledging that you were of the elder race, but you can find me at
The elder race. As fuck. It's giving me everything I need. When Cyclops said, "Give them the forecast," I got wet. I did.
All right, Zelmay, you're under her. You're next.
Yes. I mean, chicken.
Wait a minute.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Monray Hudson back again with another episode of the one and only wonderful Make It Make Sense, the podcast. And of course, not alone, blessed to be joined by a duo of dastardly brothers. First and foremost, we have the emotional support Zale himself.
I'm here at the emotional support Zale again. No, I'm not changed. But a lot of your NBA teams gonna need me.
Wow.
And speaking of another one, we have another brother who has sold his soul to LA, the black and gold, purple and gold, Unico Williams.
You said it's sold to be Sephiroth.
That's happening today, by the way, everyone. I'm whooping Sephiroth's ass today, and because he got me off my square. But also, yes, I did. I have been to the white parties, yes, and we are in LA. Let's get it, baby.
Y'all know what this is. It's time. It's been a long season, but the NBA is finally at the playoffs, and we have a nice round robin of a finish, especially in the Western Conference, of who's gonna be where. So let's get started. Without further ado, we're gonna get the East out of the way first.
It's like more secure and who play.
They're basically done. The East is done. They're pretty much locked in at every spot.
That was done for week 2.
So they're locked in at every spot. They're done. So congrats the Cavaliers after an amazing start to the season, and they managed to continue their streak. Finished at number 1. Boston's at 2. The Knicks at 3. Pacers at 4. The Bucks managed to slide into the 5th spot, and surprisingly, the Pistons tripling their win total from last year to the 6th spot, not even in the play-in. Congrats to JB Bigstaff and the crew. Cade Cunningham is woken up to be an amazing-looking all-star.
He took on a boy so hard last night.
So he is here, and then we got the play-in will be consisting of the Magic, the Hawks, the Bulls, and the Heat, which they will start their games on Tuesday evening. And then
play-in starts Tuesday?
Yeah, it starts Tuesday.
Okay.
And unfortunately, Raptors, Nets, 76ers, Hornets, which is better luck next year.
Who would have thought that the 76ers would be down there? But I'm just going to leave that alone. So, man.
Listen, by the way, I should have known once Paul George entered my team.
Not playoff piss. I mean, playoff Pete.
As soon as I saw that, I knew. I even kind of gave up. Tyrese Maxey got hurt. I'm like, we ain't got no hope.
They ain't even had
we leaning on Paul George. It's over.
Jeremy got hurt. And, it just happened. But so I'm gonna begin. Unico Williams.
Yes, sir.
Tell me the one team that was your biggest surprise this season on the Eastern Conference.
I think it's easy, right?
Biggest surprise?
Yeah, it's a couple of choices.
That number 6 is
so where does play-in start? Is it 8 through 12?
7 through 10.
7 through 10. Biggest surprise? I mean, look at the difference between 1 and 2 seed and their wins, and then everybody else. There's a 10-game gap between 2 and then 3 and everybody else. So I mean, that's big in itself. Cavaliers just being the number 1 team in the East. No LeBron, no Kyrie. This is weird and different to me. I got to say that. So I guess that is a surprise, and I'm looking at them as number 1. There was a lot to be said about the Knicks, who are 14 games behind. So I thought that they actually were going to be the best in the West. So I think my biggest surprise is that the Cavs are in the number 1 seed without a LeBron and a Kyrie. That's definitely kind of weird to me. We've never seen that before.
I
Fun
honor
fact,
that choice.
fun fact, the Knicks are 0-10 against the top 3 teams in the NBA. Celtics, Cavs, OKC. They
It's
have
not
not won a game against any of those teams.
I'm sure we're going to get into it, but I definitely want to go deep into that dive that is the Knicks team. I definitely want to just take a deep dive into that, like pause, like into them when we get a chance.
We will. And shout out to Kenny Atkinson, another
Yes.
first-time head coach, and he just took the Cavaliers to a new level. Supposedly, they are the number 1 seed, blasted out the gate.
You say supposed to like they aren't the number 1 seed.
Tristan Thompson is getting meaningful minutes, so
He needed to. But
That's a Celtics fan right there.
So I'm just saying, if that says anything,
They only got 1 game up for it. Yeah, they the number 1 seed. What is they supposed to?
Zell, your number 1 surprise this season from the East?
It gotta be the Pistons because every other team made the playoffs. They replaced the 76ers. That's it. Not only did they the only team that did, every other team made it last year that's on that list, besides my 76ers, and they replaced them. Not only do that, to now you be in the play-in, they skipped a whole step. Not only that, they team, I don't even know if the team good. Kay Cunningham is balling, and the rest of them just fight. The coach fight.
don't say the rest of them. It's one person. Just say it's beef stew and go about your
I
business.
saw a whole bunch of them scrap. I just see. They better leave DiVincenzo alone, though. I'm telling you, better leave that boy alone. He ain't playing. He ain't playing. But it got to be. Kay Cunningham took that next step, and it set them up.
I agree.
Kay Cunningham, when he took that step, they play hard-nosed ball, and Kay took that next step to go to the next level, and they got another little young gun out there that's hooping too. So we'll see how.
Can I ask y'all this question since you just said something about the Pistons?
Shaq did not watch them play this year.
Is it okay for a first round pick or rookie of the year, if you will, to get the most improved player? Your expectation was already there, so how are you most improved? I don't understand. I mean, I get it what you do with the Pistons, but
for your first year, I don't think this should be a thing. You can't really be most improved when it's your first year in the league. So I can't really give him that.
I think he's talking about from rookie of the year.
So he got rookie of the year to most improved the year at the next year. That's like seriously.
Well, last year was possible. That bad of a rookie class that you could.
It's possible because if your rookie year was just okay, but the other ones weren't as good, and you just explode, like he basically exploded, just like Shy exploded, and so it's
let's
very
look
possible.
at it. Take. Let's look at it though. Let's look at it. Last year he averaged. Well, it's been 2 years since his rookie. It's been a few years since his rookie year. Last year he averaged 22, 3, and 7. Now it's 26, 9, and 6. He got like at least a 20-30% increase in every stat category. His shooting percentage went up from 44% to 47.
Okay.
His 3-point percentage went up from like 27 to 35. So
it's a heck of an improvement.
I mean, but you just grow. You're not a rookie anymore. When you're a rookie, we all know about the rookie stuff.
This is his 4th year in the league, though. So.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine.
He came after COVID. He came the year after COVID.
Okay. I apologize then. Yeah, I was wrong.
He did really good year, though, so that's not.
Go ahead.
So for this next one, instead of just naming disappointments, I'm just gonna give y'all a team, and you can just give me your thoughts on like that season and everything as a whole.
Okay.
So, Nico Williams, because you were kind enough to bring up the Knicks, I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay.
What was disappointing? Your thoughts rather about the Knicks season as a whole. You know, considering they made big offseason moves. Miles Bridges had 4 first-round picks given up for him. Made the big trade for Cat, giving up Julius Randle. And they end up being 0-10 versus the Cavaliers, Celtics, and Oklahoma City Thunder. So they could not beat any of the teams above them record-wise. You tell me your thoughts on the Knicks.
We're tired of playing 38 minutes a game. Somehow 10 people average 38 minutes a game. No, I'm just playing. But on some real stuff, like the Knicks, they play like I get Tom Thibodeau. I know he's been like this forever. He might be the reason that D Rose had the career that he has, based off of the wear and tear that he puts on his team. They play way too much, and that's the thing. Now I understand they're preparing for playoff basketball. You can't do that for 82 games, man. You really can't do that. Don't put me in cardio class for 82 games. I'm sorry. But and then we not fake, but we had a couple injuries to Brunson where he kind of got a break. I think he was out for like 18, 20 games this year. So but I just think that they're getting too much film on you too. Don't play these people 40 minutes, 32, 38 minutes a game. Don't do that. In my opinion, because they got way too much tape on y'all because y'all always playing.
But I do got the stat line right here. If you
Go ahead.
Just to what Joe said, just to go back on what Joe said, I did put the thing up there. Present it.
You can go now on your thoughts
Oh, yeah,
on the Knicks if you want.
There we go.
Look, what Unico said, number 1 in minutes per game, Josh Hart. Number 2, Mikal Bridges. Number 5, Anobi. Number 14 is Brunson, and that's only because he got injured in like 3 games, so he only played like 10 minutes. So he was number 1. In the top 20, they have 5 players in the top 20 minutes per game. Every starter they got is in the top 20 in minutes per game.
That's crazy.
They're very crazy.
It's not just one. Look, they play more minutes than Jokic. Jokic should never leave. That team suck.
Agreed.
Look at this. They beating all these people. How's your whole starting lineup beating everybody?
That's and they keep hiring him. He keeps on getting jobs. He stayed with a job. They like it, I guess. But man, bro, you got a difference. You can either go at Walmart and be able to fuck around a little bit, while you're at work, or you can go actually have to work really hard with the Knicks. I'm cool, man. I need the max contract, all that stuff to do that because I'm not trying to do that. Y'all done played basketball before. Y'all know that's way too many minutes. I don't need to play the whole game. You just keep me in when I'm hot. When I'm hot, you keep me in. I get
players average 35 minutes a game.
They playing almost all games, though, man.
That's what I'm saying. They don't get out. Why does DiVincenzo? Do they even get in the game? What's his name? Do they even get in the game?
Nobody gets in the game.
Y'all just go out there.
You get paid free.
7, and if I'm on the bench, I'm like, bet. If I'm on the bench, I'm like, bet. They just giving me free money.
We talk about how the Knicks got 5 players in the top 20 of minutes per game.
Shout out to the Hollywood Sensei.
Because they don't use their bench at all.
Tibbs running niggas in the ground again.
You know what you are. You see your skin color. You gonna do what I tell you to do, boy.
Yeah, man. Jalen Brunson about to be he about to have Derrick Rose knees in a minute.
See, I said that. I said it.
It's crazy.
But to move on right now, Hollywood ain't doing nothing. I'm giving them one team. They just give me their thoughts on the season, on the disappointing trend. Emotional Support Zell, you are up next. Tell me your thoughts on the 76ers as a whole.
Get him. Go, get him.
I'm just going to say what a former teammate said. Kawhi Leonard, why are y'all so much better this year than last year? Personnel. The only person missing on the team name is Paul George because everybody else back. The only person that played a lot that's missing is Paul George. He went to the Knicks. He went to my 76ers and they started losing. And then he had the nerve, the audacity to say, with 4 weeks in the season, I'm ending my podcast because I got to lock in for the playoffs.
That lasted 4 days.
It took you to the last 4 weeks of the season to realize you need to lock in for the playoffs. Look at our record, dog.
That's valid. He waited.
Look at our record. You need to lock in 4 weeks ago when we had 50 losses. What are we doing? They showed him at Raw. He goes to the game. They boo him in Philadelphia. They boo this man when he comes out. Have you ever seen The last come out the bench, they boo the last player to come out the bench. Doesn't matter, like Michael Jordan, the crowd just boo like crazy. Start throwing stuff and shit. That's what Paul George is at this point.
Well, we appreciate that. To give Hollywood a chance to reset back there, I'm going to move to this wonderful question. It's time for playoff predictions. Nico Williams, who's coming out the East?
I'm sorry. Wait. Are we talking about 76ers in general, or are you talking about the
Oh,
East?
he's coming out the East.
Who coming out the East?
Oh,
It's time.
okay. Who's coming out the East?
Matter
I'm
of fact,
sorry.
yeah, you can just
Oh,
give
go
me
ahead.
the Eastern. I'll say you can give me your Eastern Conference Finals, and then you can say who coming out the East.
Eastern Conference Finals. I think it does end up having to come down to Celtics versus Cavalier. I'm lying. It's going to be the Pacers. We going to the chip this year, baby. We can beat all these teams. The only scary team that I'm worried about is Celtics on a hot night. That's the only team I'm scared of. The Celtics on a hot three shooting night. I can't beat that. I can't. Nobody can beat that. That's just like the Warriors. If they on. So with that being said, I got the Pacers coming out the East, but they will have some scary games if the Celtics are hidden. I'm not worried about the Cavaliers. They're really just a regular ass random team, so I'm cool. I'm not worried about them. I got my Pacers going to the Eastern Conference Finals, and I believe they will win it.
We have a surprise. All right, got a dark horse going through. Emotional support.
What dark horse?
They are a dark horse. The Pacers are not favored in any way to come out the East. So
By you.
They might not even be able to come out the first round, and they got docked.
Oh, don't worry. We got that Pacers in 5.
My guy Doc
a sweep.
Rivers once told us they always talking about the loss. They don't tell you how much he wins. So he'll win 3 games and lose 4, and then it'll be out the playoffs, so we don't have to talk about him no more. But it's gonna be the Celtics and the Knicks. Listen, I had to do it. That's the setup for the thing. So the Pacers gonna beat them in the first round because they got Doc Rivers. But that's the joke. But it's the Celtics and Cavs. It's not pretend. It's a reason. It's a gap between them and everybody else because they're the best 2 teams, and the Celtics beating them. Because I'm sorry, the Cavs just ain't got the star power at the end of the day for a 7-game series. It's gonna be the Celtics again, and it's probably gonna be the Celtics for the next 2 years.
I hope.
You
I
true.
hope.
I'm like, look at this list. Who else you think is an actual threat to them? Let's just be honest. Look at who play. Look at the E. Who's a legit threat to the Celtics? I even asked you this, Murray. You can answer me this. Who is one player away from being a threat to the Celtics?
One player away.
It will only be the Cavs, and that's it. No one that's even a player away.
Probably. If it was only, I can't buy the Knicks because they just shown like they can't beat the best teams and stuff. I can't buy them. I would say them just based off the star power who they should have, but I can't buy them. So if it's not them, it's probably the Cavs. Just to be honest.
I'm saying that's the only thing you can say is one player away from being able to beat the Celtics. Everybody else is like a wash, and they still one superstar away from beating the Celtics.
But
that's how far the gap is.
Respectfully, the one team I don't really want to see is probably the Pacers. I will respect them.
Thank you, sir. I just waited for somebody to just
want to see because I don't like the Pacers. I've never liked the Pacers. Like, just as a Celtics fan, I don't like playing them.
With the Halliburton.
Like I just do not like playing
Miles, Taburin, Pascal
Siakam, Nimar, and all the rest of them down there. Them boys play. I give them props. Siakam, Slick might be the best power forward in NBA right now. So I can't
better than Sabonis.
Like Sabonis is a center. Ain't
Yes,
that's why I got him.
He's a power forward.
I got him as a 5.
It's tough, but I might take Siakam over him. Like he gets more rebound, but Siakam he's more of an aggressive offensive player. I like him better somewhat. But I don't like the Pacers. So just let that be known. I do not like playing the Pacers as a team because I feel like last year, even though we were able to beat them in I think a sweep or a gentleman's sweep, but it still was just ugly. 3 of those games came down to like single possessions. I don't like playing them. Halliburton was typical Halliburton, which is the main reason why I don't buy the Pacers because he just hasn't shown himself to be that offensive threat. Though he has had a recent streak of games been pretty good. like a top 5 power forward type of player. He's not shown that necessarily. He's shown, great playmaking ability, but offensive wise, it's not necessarily. It really revolves around a lot of Siakam and what they can get production wise from the other members like Turner and Nimrod and the rest of them. But I don't buy them. So if I wanted to say the Pacers were one player away, I might think that way too. But just star power, it'll be the Cavs. It'll be the one team I say they'll be one player away from legitimately challenging Boston if they don't do it this year. But shout out to Kenny Atkinson. But Hood Sensei, what's your Eastern Conference Finals and who you got coming out? We got a Pacers and we got a Boston.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. For a minute, I've been saying that the NBA Finals, to me, I know Celtics Lakers is like, oh, that's NBA lore. Like, you know what I mean, that's the granddaddy of them all when it comes to like NBA matchups. So I got Celtics Cavs for the NBA Finals. I mean, for the Eastern Conference Finals, but I'm taking the Cavaliers because
We got 3 different picks.
I feel like this year, what series would be more mesmerizing, more polarizing than the Lakers and Celtics?
Talking about LeBron beating Cleveland to get his
LeBron
ring.
versus Cleveland in the NBA Finals. You know what I mean? That's a story in itself right there. That I mean, your franchise that you left, that you put on your back, finally made it back to the finals against you. You know what I mean? So yeah, I got the Cavs going to the finals. I think this year is the year. You know what I mean?
We
I think
are
Donovan Mitchell finally get over to that second round hump.
surprisingly, we are split 3 different ways. I mean, mine is pretty obvious. Of course, I have Boston winning, but
Make it 4.
I'm proud. Oh no, I have Boston winning outright. I've had Boston from the beginning of the season. It's not gonna change for me. But I do have the. I'm going to give respect to the Cavaliers, and I'm going to say they beat the Pacers in round 2 because most likely that's what it's going to be. I'm going to say they beat the Pacers in round 2. Probably a tough 6, maybe even 7-game series. Depends on how well Evan Mobley is able to come through. And Boston, I don't have any fear of the Knicks. I just don't. They're gonna play them 40 minutes a game, and I don't have any fear.
Now we turn on OG.
Like they gonna play them 40 minutes a game.
Oh,
I
Listen,
feel like
all right.
Boston will win.
If they
So
play the Knicks, you just gotta hope it's no baddie in the crowd because OG gonna go crazy.
So I'm gonna say Boston beats the Knicks. I'm gonna give them a little bit of respect. I'm gonna say they beat them in 6. I'm gonna say the Cavs Pacers may go 7, and I'm gonna say Cavs pull that out, and then it's just be Boston and the Cavs again. I'm even though shout out to Evan Mobley, Donovan Mitchell gets over that hump, but I'm gonna say it's a year too soon before them reaching the finals. So I'm just gonna go Boston to try to go for the back-to-back finals win, and we go back. But
I got a question for y'all before we get off
yes,
of the Eastern Conference. What's your favorite first round matchup? Mine is easily Knicks Pistons. This is gonna be fun. That's gonna be
man, it's gonna be a lot of tough ball playing. Pause.
on a petty notion, I'm gonna say Pacers and Bucks.
Thank you.
Because the amount of yapping that Doc is finna get again this year for a team. Because also, shout out to the Bucks. Giannis did a great job. He's healthy so far.
That's true MVP talk. That's the real parameter of what an MVP is. What he's
I'm
doing
happy
right
because
now.
Giannis is actually healthy entering the playoffs. Now, unfortunately, Dame isn't. So Doc is probably gonna get a little bit of a pass just because Dame's status is still unknown right now.
Man, we don't talk about how much he wins, Monte.
He's still gonna get a pass most likely because
He
Dame
wins
in that
3 games, and it's hard.
Dame
3 in a row.
Dame saved him this year. No matter what happens.
It's unknown right now. He said they said Dame looking a lot better and stuff, but they still have no status of if he's gonna play this series or not. So, but he's still gonna look good. Still gonna be fine. They're gonna get a week break because they're not in the play-in, and then afterwards we'll see if they're gonna be able to activate them or not. But it's gonna be for me Bucks Pacers just because nobody believes in the Pacers. And so it's gonna be good for them to have some kind of a showing, and them and the Bucks is actually a personal rivalry that they've always had with each other, and it's gonna keep going because Giannis is gonna probably average 35, and they're probably gonna still lose in 5. So it's gonna be something to see, and then we'll have to talk of if Giannis will go in the offseason and be like, I demand a trade, or what's gonna happen. So it's gonna be interesting to see. That's for me.
Can I change my name to Nobody because nobody believes in the Pacers?
Like just nobody believes in them, man. Nobody believes. I think they are perfectly ranked. I think they are probably the fourth best team in the East, but I just nobody believes in them to get past the second round. So I think them and the Cavaliers is gonna be a straight up dogfight. I ain't gonna hold you, but with
But
that,
that Pistons Knicks series is gonna be
yeah,
fun.
that's gonna be. That's
I'm
gonna be
watching
fun.
every game, every minute,
It's
every
gonna be
minute,
fun.
every minute.
But with that being said, let's get to the
If
ugly one.
Paolo was healthy, the Celtics and Orlando series would be good. But Paolo,
It would. Now, I think that's considered if they make it through the play-in. You know, those might change.
But I'm talking about if Paolo was healthy, they would.
Let's
I
change
thought
the
Paolo is
time
playing.
zone.
Paolo
He
got
is
injured again.
playing, but you know he different from what he was.
Yeah, if Paulo or
After that injury,
Franz,
he ain't been nowhere near what he was.
if
He
Paulo
came,
or what's his name, Wagner didn't get hurt earlier in the season,
yeah.
Yeah,
they
they be
probably
a
be
lot
higher
higher.
than that.
They be a lot higher possibly.
Paolo ain't playing nowhere near like he was when he first came out.
So you think Paolo's not 100%, but yeah, the Magic would definitely be higher if they main two stars didn't both get pretty serious injuries.
Yeah.
You know, early in the season, they'd be way higher. So that's why I say the Magic I don't want to see in the first round either. But it just depends on how that shakes out. You know, if the Hawks upset them, you know, and they play in matchup or something like that. I don't think nobody.
Hey, shout out to Wiggins. He got traded. He started dropping 30 a night.
Is there a way that we get? Is there a way that we get Hawks versus Knicks again? Is there what
Look,
way
they
do we get that?
73 since he been dropping.
No,
30.
they can't rise that high. It'd be some upsets that would need to happen for that to be a thing. But
For them to play against
the Knicks,
because
yeah,
the Knicks are
Knicks
are
is
number
third.
3, so
They
they
gonna
would
play
be 6. Oh, okay, so that's locked in, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Like the East is pretty much set. They're not moving otherwise.
I want to see Trey go back to New York. I'm sorry. That's great wrestling banter.
All right. Now, as I sit here and explain the tomfoolery that is the Western Conference. So, shout out to the Thunder. The Rockets, surprisingly, are another crazy team that popped out of nowhere and now second overall in the West. We have the Lakers. They're locked into 3. We can go ahead and get rid of them for this conference. They're locked into 3. So now the Nuggets, if they win on Sunday, they're locked into 4. The Clippers, if they win Sunday, they are locked into 5.
But they do play. They play.
Oh, I'm saying they
Warriors.
play. I know, but the Clippers and Warriors play each other.
I'm
So
saying,
essentially, the winner of that game is probably going to be 5th, and the loser of that game
Gonna be
runs the
at least
risk of
7,
probably
'cause
falling
Minnesota beat
into
Utah.
the play-in. The Grizzlies are in the play-in regardless, so they're not moving. And the Timberwolves, depending on who win out of Clippers and Warriors, probably move into 6th. So if they win their game with the Clippers, the Timberwolves
They play
the
Utah. They
Jazz.
winning that game. Utah been trash.
So, but the thing about that, let me
1-9 last year.
make sure I ain't crazy. Yeah, the thing about the Timberwolves game, Anthony Edwards is suspended on
No,
Sunday.
he's playing. They rescinded it. I think they rescinded it today, didn't they?
Oh wait, no, they did rescind it. They want him to play.
How do you rescind a tech and then how do you add a tech and then rescind it back? Just
They
so
have
you
to
can
rescind it within 24 hours. So he is playing.
Because TV ratings, duh.
So he is playing. So most likely what's going to end up happening is the winner of the Clippers and Warriors is going to be 5th. The loser is going to drop down to just play in, and the Timberwolves probably rise to 6th. So, and that's considering as long as the Nuggets win their game against the Rockets, who most likely are going to sit their stars and not take the game seriously. So it's going to be a bit of a mix-up between 5 and 7 mainly. Just considering I'm thinking the Nuggets just win just because they're not going to, the Rockets ain't going to take their game serious. So that's our matchups and our lockups and what this is looking like. Pretty wild. Shout out to the Mavs, even though they blew up their season, was still able to slide into the play-in. Unfortunately, the Suns is going to blow it up because they just failed miserably, and they're not there. The Spurs, injuries took them out, and Pelicans never had a chance when they started 5, all got hurt. So let's start. I guess we're going to have some different answers for this, especially. Hollywood Sensei, I'm going to start with you. What's your biggest surprise in the Western Conference?
The biggest surprise for me in the Western Conference is that Nico Harrison is still walking around and his legs aren't broken yet. You know what I mean?
Denver coach got fired before the Denver GM got fired before him.
That is my biggest surprise because we went from an NBA Finals contender to the play-in. Like, now I get it. Kyrie going for the season. Lively was out for most of the year. We had Gafford was down for a minute, and then you trade Luka Doncic. You know what I mean? So, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. Besides that, You know what I mean? Because we already know. For me, the biggest surprise in the West is the Houston Rockets. You know what I mean? I had no thought in my mind that they was going to be second in the West this year. Like, I mean, like gotta give super props to Ime Udoka. Like, I mean, I'm
That
pretty
boy's a
sure.
coach. That boy's a coach.
I mean,
Coach of the year, if you ask me.
like that team is they good defensively. You know what I mean?
Armin Thompson locked down.
They got some young guns on that joint. Like, I mean, Jalen Green,
Sengun, Amin Thompson.
Sengun, Amen Thompson is, man, he gonna be something. He look like he could be a future MVP. Something, you know what I mean, in a few years. Like, he that good. Like, so to me, it's the Rockets. But I also feel like the Rockets are one of those teams, depending on who they match up in the first round with, could possibly get eliminated in the first round. You know what I mean? So, but that's still my surprise team, though.
All right, Zale, you are up. What's your biggest surprise in this Western Conference?
It has to be. It's really the Rockets, but I'm gonna go with the Suns being an utter failure. Holy! There's no way you tell me you got 3 All-Stars and y'all can't even make the play-in. They gave you 2. The Kings and Dallas Mavericks made it with like 100 injuries. With Anthony, what they call them, dress clothes, casual wear,
Street clothes.
street clothes.
Anthony
out here.
Davis.
That's what I'm saying. He out here playing. The Kings out here. I don't even know who in their roster. And you can't make
It's
the
not
playoffs
De'Aaron.
with
It's not
Anthony.
De'Aaron Fox.
You can't make. They traded De'Aaron Fox away, and they were trying to lose games, and you still can't pass them for the playoffs. You have Kevin Durant, who played most of the year. Devin Booker played most of the year. Bradley Beal, we don't even know if he played or not. He just doesn't. But you not make the playoff with just them 3 players should make the playoff themselves. It's a fundamental issue with something going on. I get it. The team wasn't supposed to. Listen, I'm not saying they're supposed to be a playoff contender that you thought was going to win. But to not make the play-in is crazy. That's nasty.
It's nasty work right there. Unico Williams, your biggest surprise this season?
Yeah, it's definitely the Rockets for me. I mean, just like with them being a young team, entering the West, and you got a Joker out there, you got everything else going on out there. It's definitely for me. But a quiet thing is the Clippers are quietly kind of all right, man. The Clippers are like they're not showing all this stuff. It's just good, boring basketball. James, y'all forget about James Harden? Has people really forgot about James Harden? Y'all forgot that there's Kawhi, a healthy
playing.
Kawhi is playing. Kawhi is playing
that's
games.
Scary. That's scary. I'm not gonna lie. Kawhi playing games is scary.
So that's where I'm at. That's a big surprise for me. But like I guess the other part of this surprise will be the Suns, just because you got no trade clause bill over here. You got Booker, who's still showing up, and then you got 27 a game out of Kevin Durant. How are y'all losing? Oh, that's right. Y'all got rid of your actual big man that can actually play, DeAndre Ayton. That was stupid.
That was their point guard.
James Jones was messed up that day that he got rid of DeAndre Ayton. Like, that was stupid. You still need with that. If you're going to have 3 guys that need the ball to score and do what they do, you need to have a big man that is serviceable. Does that make sense to anybody? Like, you want a Valanciunas. You know what I'm saying? You want a DeAndre Ayton. I'm just gonna take it back to the day. You need an Andrew Bynum with that kind of makeup of that team. They don't have it, and that's where they're losing.
For me, yeah, of course, the Rockets are a surprise. It's a couple of teams I want to say is a big surprise for me. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna surprise that number 4 spot should not be there. I'm just gonna flat out say it surprises me that Joker really is able to put this team on his back.
It
amazes me that man is able to put the team. Like I had said early in the season, I could say when I was wrong. I said early in the season, the Nuggets by roster should not be nowhere higher than 6. They shouldn't. Like Jamal Murray got hurt a far way through the year. Now hopefully he should be back. Hopefully he'll be back for the playoffs. But Jamal Murray got hurt. They traded KCP. They just had Aaron Gordon and Russell Westbrook and Michael Porter Jr. And they were just trying to make this work. Fired their coach. Fired their GM. Apparently it was just horrible, toxic environment the entire time. How are you fourth? How are you fourth? You should not be nothing more than a freaking lottery team. And they're fourth. Why? Because the 7 foot tall mountain of a man is sitting there with triple double numbers like he's playing 2K.
Best player in the league.
Like he's playing 2K.
Yes, sir.
That man scored 61 and still had a triple double like last week or the week before. Bro, that don't make sense.
And the team's so bad they lost.
No, think about it. That means hold on, think about it. In order to
You're
have
not wrong, Monte.
in order to have a triple double, that means that you have to have a whole bunch of assists, which means that people are scoring 2. How does it happen? I don't understand.
That man is a center.
That man's the best passer in the league. By
That
far.
man is a center. That shouldn't be possible.
By the way, to Monte's point on why they're looking at their roster, he not wrong about the roster. Jokic had 61 in a triple double and lost. That's
I'm
how
not
bad
getting
they
enough from Michael Porter Jr. because he should have 30 a night.
They don't have a bench.
They do
They
not
don't.
have a bench. They do
They
not.
don't have a bench.
What's
They
my
should
boy
not
name?
Be 49 and 32.
What's our boy name that left the Lakers and then went to the Nuggets? That came off the bench. Good point guard. I can't think his name for the Nuggets. For the Nuggets.
I thought you were talking about Schroeder for a second. It's not Schroeder.
No. Schroeder ain't played for the Denver.
Westbrook?
No. Man, shout out to him because he's got some great numbers this year. I know that he does.
The coach got fired, so that's interesting.
Man, I'm looking at him right now. He helped the Lakers get their championship too. Man,
Who,
That's a
KCP?
KCP.
I just said Westbrook for fun.
They let him
Yes.
go to the Magic.
And he went to the Magic and he just chilling. And he's an NBA champion.
Like, bro, I'm just
KCP.
They should not be there. I wanted to say the Lakers, but that's more of collusion because the NBA decided to donate them Luka Doncic. And
No, the Jazz donated them. Let's not get it twisted. The logo donated them.
The NBA forced the Mavs to sell their season and give away Luka Doncic for pennies. So I'm not gonna bother with the collusion that happened there. But no, the Lakers are a surprise, but the Nuggets should not be there. Like I could buy the Lakers score and amazing offense on it. Fine. The Nuggets should not be there. They should not be there. And they are there.
Monte, let me put in perspective on why they're there. How many points y'all think Jokic averaged? Without I look.
If I remember right, his average is like 29, 12, and 10.
It's 29.8, which is 30. 12.8, which is 13, and 10 assists.
Like
30, 13,
13
and 10 as an average.
That's crazy.
That nigga putting up 2K numbers.
Like
That's crazy.
You playing 2K in the NBA.
What's their record without him putting up these numbers?
He's a lottery team. They're a lottery team if Joker ain't there. A lottery team.
So they're over. They're over.
They're a lottery team. That team ain't winning more than 30 games. Hey,
so that would put the Suns at 10 if Denver was.
They should not be there, bro. I'm looking at their roster. I'm like, well, roster wise, they should be above 6 to 5. Why are y'all 4?
They are 4-8 this season without Jokic.
That's the epitome of MVP. You are the most valuable player. Because without you, they do nothing.
Yeah, they are 4-8 this season without Jokic.
Well, we have another team up there that got an MVP. That's SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's probably getting it this year if all of the rumors are to be believed. But
listen, that's so weird.
Shout out to Hartenstein. Shout out to Hartenstein. And Chet.
So weird, right?
But
he's supposed to get MVP last year, but they get it this year, and Jokic shouldn't have got it last year, but you're gonna get this year.
It is what it is. But it's time. All right. So it's time to navigate these playoffs. Unico Williams, Laker man, we got a nice question for you because we already know which way you're going with it. So I'm gonna ask you differently.
As you should.
Who I know you have the Lakers coming out of all of it, so your question will be slightly different. Who do you not want to see in the first round of the playoffs?
I don't don't think they can play the Warriors.
I'm just throwing it out there, but yes, it would be the Warriors. Is the only team that I'm going to say Clippers. I don't want to see Clippers.
I don't know if y'all can see the Clippers.
I'm just saying I just would not want to see the Clippers.
Yeah.
I'm not concerned about the Thunder. I'm not concerned about the Rockets. I'm slightly concerned about the Warriors. That's where I would be concerned at, is the Warriors, because they've been there, done that. But everybody, man, let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. That's where I'm at.
This nigga just bust out a song.
He that happy.
Nigga, what?
I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm just going to be going coast to coast during the finals. And it is what it is. We're going to take long trips. We got a couple days in between for traveling. I'm not tripping. If I'm correct, the it's set up as 2-3-2, right? For the finals, it's still 2-3-2. Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's get down to business. Let's go.
So I know that, but I actually agree with him. I said the one team I don't think the Lakers want to see first round is probably the Warriors. I could agree Clippers too if Kawhi keeps this up, healthy first round.
They're playing good ball, man.
The claw is the claw. So he could still show that greatness that's there. I mean, he is healthy. He's able to rest the first half of the season and recover and everything. So we'll see that.
Kawhi,
I can't discount Zubac.
Yeah, Zubac.
I can't discount. That's the prop. That's the X factor for me.
He is a monster. But now I can go emotional support Zale. Who you got in your Western Conference Finals? Who you got coming out of it?
This is a tough one, but I'm gonna say the Warriors are gonna beat the Clippers tomorrow, which make them a 5 seed.
I believe so.
So they will go against the Nuggets. They beat the Nuggets.
That's an interesting matchup.
And the league is gonna give us Golden State and the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals because they need them ratings back.
We need them.
After Shaq just dissed the league, Shaq and them just diss all the young players now. Apparently, you can't be shirtless ever outside of the basketball gym. Isaiah Thomas will get mad.
The league lacking professionalism because LeBron had his shirt off.
I'm like, bro, ain't nobody in the arena, bro.
Well,
like, he the most professional nigga in the league. Like, how you gonna say that?
The old head just hating now for no reason. Like, you got to a different level. Listen, I'm the guy who defended the old head forever from Joe, and now they just like done sent full hate. They like Skip Bayless is not there to hate for him, so they just gonna go full hate themselves. It just be random, dude. Just random hate.
So, who you got coming out of it, Zell? Who you got coming out?
I'm going Golden State. I don't think the league cares who wins. How long is one of them?
Oh, he got a Golden State Boston rematch. That's interesting. All right, got a Lakers.
In the storyline, will Boston be able to overcome Golden State this time, or will Steph Curry get more rings than LeBron James in his era?
That is a thought process. So far, I got a Lakers Pacers finals. I have a Boston Golden State rematch.
Oh, that's not good for ratings. When you say it like that, that's not good for ratings.
Look, bro, we already went through a Nuggets Heat finals. Who cares about ratings?
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, Nuggets Heat. Like, who cares about ratings? Hollywood Sensei 215. Who's your Western Conference Finals and who you got coming out?
My Western Conference Finals is going to be the Los Angeles Lakers versus the first team to ever go from the play-in to the conference finals, the Dallas Mavericks. You know what I mean?
Wow.
We get Lakers versus
AD about to go on a Dirk type run and lead us to the Western Conference Finals. You know what I mean? But then they're gonna lose to the Lakers in 5.
That would be great.
No, not Shannon Sharp.
This is Dawson levels of reach. I'm here for it.
Big Albert.
I mean,
Galford, Albert, Big Albert. Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5. You know what I mean? No, but the real matchup, I'm gonna go. I got Lakers going to the Western Conference Finals, obviously, because I got them in the finals, and I want to say OKC, but depending on who they play in that second round, I don't know if they can. You know what I mean? Because if it's between the Nuggets and Warriors, they might get clipped that second round. Yeah, I think Zell may got something. I think it's gonna be the
Playoff Jimmy, he different in the
Warriors.
playoffs. He different in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Lakers Warriors.
And who is coming out the West? If it's Lakers Warriors.
The Lakers.
So we both got me and him pick Lakers Warriors. We got a different team on here.
All right, Lakers Warriors, but he got a Lakers Boston Finals. Now, of course, the league always tends to shock everybody with their finals matchups and everything. He never what anybody thinks it is.
Why we don't never nobody picking used to that? They baby
Listen,
stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised the way the NBA is. The finals fuck around be Oklahoma City versus Indiana or some shit.
Hey, turn up. Turn up. You got one of the
Okay,
teams right.
so
Nobody know nobody but SGA on either team.
Exactly.
We gotta hype up Chet so the white people watch.
Chet, Hardenstein, Lou Dort.
We gotta hype up Chet. We gonna call Chet the Great White Hope so people watch. That's the only
That boy
way they watch
Jalen
that.
Williams.
Not gonna lie.
that boy Jalen Williams. But I ain't gonna lie, I've been back and forth on the West a lot. Different teams have been streaking at different times. I've had to sit back and try to think about it. But I'm gonna go with the thought process I've rested on by the end of this.
Oh, what is it?
I'm going back Lakers and Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. I think Shai gets past his second round and them boys manage to clutch up. It's a few teams that I don't really think they would fear if they would play in the second round. It just depends on how it shakes up. The Nuggets, because we've seen them fall apart before and they still have coaching struggles.